Hi there, and welcome to your mat. This practice is a practice to help with concentration, focus. It's a great one if you're feeling a little bit of brain fog. So for your practice today, you're going to want to have a couple of yoga blocks, or thick books will work fine as well. You're also going to want to have a pillow or a yoga bolster will do fine. You might want a blanket or a beach towel. We're going to start seated today. So I invite you to just find a comfortable seat. I'm actually propping myself up on a yoga blanket, and legs crossed or legs straight out in front, or even sitting on your knees in more of a hero's pose, whatever feels comfortable to you today. And then we're going to start with a concentration mudra. Mudra is just the shape of the hand. You're going to want to bring your index finger and your thumb to touch. And then the other three fingers will just be straight. So this forms a little circuit for your thoughts. It brings your thoughts together in a sense of mental clarity, mental peacefulness. You can just let the hands rest comfortably on your knees, letting the legs settle, growing long through the spine. It's as if someone had a string attached to the top of your head, pulling you just a little taller, so you've got plenty of room to breathe. You might close your eyes, or you might just soften your gaze down toward the floor and begin to connect to the rhythm of your breath. Noticing the natural flow of your inhale and your exhale. Just watching it with curiosity, noticing how it feels, how it moves your body, just by breathing. Notice the quality of your thoughts as you arrive on your mat. Again, no judgment, just curiosity. And then begin to let the breath grow deeper so that you can feel like you're sending the breath way down into the belly. And then letting the air leave your body completely. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly and the chest. Staying with the rhythm of the breath. And then releasing the hands, bringing the hands to each side of the rib cage, and continue to breathe deeply, and notice how you can feel the rib cage move as you breathe. Expansion out to the side and back into the center. And then we'll spend just a few moments breathing in this 360 degrees. So releasing your hands back to your lap, allowing the breath to be some of the deepest breaths that you've taken today. Noticing the belly, the ribs, and the back. It's like you have a balloon right in the middle of your belly. And with each inhale, that balloon inflates in all directions. And when you exhale, all the air empties out of the balloon. This mindful breathing technique is a great one to begin to quiet the thoughts, clear the mind. Simply breathing with intention. And then as you become ready, begin to blink the eyes open, let the space return to you. And then making your way onto your hands and knees. So you could put a blanket under your knees if you want a little extra support there. So you're coming into a neutral table. Wrists and shoulders line up with each other. Knees and hips line up with each other. We'll start taking just a few cows and cats. So on the inhale, the belly drops, the gaze lifts, and heart pulls forward. And as you exhale, slowly push the floor away, tuck the chin and the tailbone, cat pose. Moving back to cow on your inhale, and then back to cat on your exhale. Let's just keep this flow on repeat for the next several breaths. So moving between your cow and your cat, moving at your pace, letting the length of the breath guide you between each shape. So you're not working to sync with me, you're just working to sync with your own rhythm. And then the next time you come to center, pause, and then go ahead and grab your pillow or your bolster. You're going to bring it toward the front of your mat. It's going to lay vertically. You might even stack your blanket on top. It's a little extra. Then we're going to straddle the end of the bolster, bringing the knees apart, big toes together. We're going to come into the supported child's pose. So slowly lowering the belly on to the props and then letting your cheek rest on the bolster. Supported child's pose. We'll be here for several minutes. So today's practice, we'll have a little movement, a little yin, a little rest. Forward folding is a great way to quiet a busy mind. So as you land here, just notice again the quality of your thoughts. Maybe you're noticing the speed that your thoughts are coming and going. Again, just acknowledging those thoughts. Relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Relax your face. And then coming back to the beautiful breath. That's 360 degrees expansion right in the middle of your body. Maybe observing a place in your body where you feel a sensation. And just staying with that sensation for the next several breaths. Another point of concentration. If you have your head turned to one side and it's comfortable, I suggest rotating to the other cheek and settling back in. Another option, if neck rotation doesn't feel great, is to just prop your hands up and let your chin rest on your hands. Relax your jaw, your face. Noticing how it feels to be still in your body. what might arise in your thoughts. On your next exhale, release your hands to the mat and begin to just slowly lift yourself out of this little child pose and set your things off to the side. Coming back to hands and knees, take your hands about a hand step in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes under and shift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Begin to take any movement that you like in your down dog today. Maybe it's pedaling your knees and your heels. Perhaps it's lifting up onto your toes and back down again. Maybe it's shaking your head in different directions to relax your neck. All right, ladies, on your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower your knees back down to the ground. You're going to take those blocks, set them right at the front of your mat, and go ahead and lift your hands onto the blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, just tense your fingertips, so come up onto your fingertips. We're going to slowly step that left foot forward and come up on to the front thigh. Now your tailbone is slightly tucked under here. You can feel a little bit of an opening across that back leg. Relax your shoulders. We're going to lower the hands back to the block. You're going to keep the right hand grounded. You're going to twist toward the left so the arm comes up toward the sky. Gaze can follow or it can stay down toward the ground. We'll be here for a few breaths. If this isn't comfortable, simply bring your hand to your low back. Take the shoulder out. With your next exhale, you're going to bring the top hand down to the floor, and you'll set the left knee down on the ground. With your next exhale, step your right foot forward. Lift the hands onto the front knee, and then slightly, you can see that little tuck, watch, tuck the tail. You're going to feel a nice stretch across the front of that back leg. Relax the shoulders, push the skin of your knee forward a little bit, staying up nice and tall. Then on the exhale, release the hands back to your blocks. You'll keep the left hand on the ground and exhale, twist to the right. We'll be here 4 or 5 breaths. Same option to release the hand to the low back. Next exhale, the top hand will float down to the ground. We're going to transition here, so curl the back toe under, lift the back knee, and just step that back foot forward, coming into a nice forward fold. On your inhale, half lift, nice flat back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, circle, sweep your arms out, up, and around. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll take a few sun salutations. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms out, up, and around. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms circle up. So we're working to sync the breath and the movement here. Exhale to fold. That helps quiet the mind. Inhale to half lift, fingertips to shin. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms out, up and around. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms, reach to the sky. Palms come to heart. And we'll pause. So maybe closing your eyes here, reconnecting to the rhythm of your breath. Noticing sensations in your body. And then we're going to use our blocks for this next forward fold. So go ahead, grab your blocks. You're going to lay one on the flat side and one on the tall side, just like this. I want you to take your feet just a little bit outside of your hips. And we're going to bring the blocks to rest right between the feet. So we're going to use this as a little place to rest the forehead. So on the exhale, fold forward, and then bring the forehead to rest on the block. Now for me, I need this a little bit higher. So what you might do is stack them end over end. So you need a little more height. So find what's comfortable. Start to settle in. You might even release the arms toward the forward. Come back to that balloon breath, that 360-degree breathing. If your hamstrings are cranky, maybe a little bend in your knees. We'll be here for several minutes. Now, if you start to get dizzy, I want you to come out of this and just come back to mountain pose, standing up, closing your eyes. Again, coming to a forward fold. Forehead resting on something, quiets the mind. Maybe you just stay with your thoughts for the next few moments and just notice. Notice what seems to happen the longer you're here. It could get more challenging, or the thoughts might begin to slow down. No judgment. Just noticing. Let the fingers relax, let the shoulders relax. Relax the face. All right, we're going to use the next couple of breaths to start to move. So the first thing you might do is just grab the blocks and set them off to the side. Come back to a fold. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to roll yourself back up to standing. Take it nice and slow. It may take you a couple of breaths. The head's going to be the last thing to rise. We're going to come back to mountain pose. We're just going to stand in mountain pose, feeling our strength. On the inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the blocks or the floor. I want you to send your left foot straight back as far as it'll go. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, lift, crescent lunge. And then on the exhale, fold forward, find those blocks. Step them a little bit in front of your hands. Start to shift your weight to that front leg. Lift your back foot. Supported warrior 3. Press into your heel. Exhale, release the foot to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands come to the blocks. We're going to step the right foot back this time, as far as it will go. Bend into the front knee. Inhale, lift, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, hands come to the block. Step them a little bit out in front of you. You're going to start to shift your weight into that front leg, lift the back foot. Supported warrior 3. Press into your heel. Exhale, release that foot down right beside the front foot. Forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms out, up, and around. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take a balanced pose together. So coming to mountain pose, hands at heart center. Begin to shift your weight into the left foot. You're going to tippy toe the right toe, turning the right knee out to the side. Stay strong in the standing leg. Perhaps you stay here for your tree pose today. Maybe you start to play and explore lifting the foot off the floor. Finding your drishti, your focal point. Balance poses require concentration. Staying with your breath. And exhale, release the foot. Shake that out a little bit. Coming back to mountain pose. Tree pose on the other side. So shift your weight into the right leg. Tippy toe the left toes. Knee turns out. Staying here, or maybe exploring that lift of the foot to the calf, to the inner thigh. Find your focus point, your drishti, on the wall in front of you. Stay with your breath. And exhale, release. Shake that out of your body. And let's go ahead and make your way down to your feet. So I'm going to grab my blanket on the way down because I like to prop up. Sitting right on the front edge of the blanket. You're going to bring the leg straight out in front of you. Have all your things close by. We're going to take a forward fold here. So I want you to grow tall through your spine. Again, that visualization with somebody pulling a little bit up on the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, you're going to exhale. You're going to lead the heart forward, hinge from the hips, reach toward the feet. If you have the mobility, you could take your peace fingers, grab your big toes, and help pull yourself a little bit forward. And then we want to soften into this pose. So maybe come out of the pose, you grab your bolster just to rest your belly, or turn it sideways and rest your head. So we want to take this a little more passively, resting the forehead on something. You might even turn it up like this. Oh, that feels good to me today. And then taking a big breath in through the nose and a sigh out the mouth. That felt really lovely. Take that one more time. Relaxing your shoulders, softening your face. Even notice if you're holding in your feet, can you relax your feet? Coming back to the quality of your thoughts. Just observing. Again, we want to just let the props support us here, or let gravity do its work for us. All right. Next inhale, you're going to slowly lift out of this pose. And then just make your way onto your back. I'm going to cue you for a supported Shavasana. So you're going to take that pillow. It's going to come across your mat. It's going to be a little resting place for your thighs. And maybe you take the blanket or your towel, and it's going to come under your head. Might even make a little roll with one edge of it, so it gives your neck a little bit of support. So give yourself a moment to make your way down onto the ground, adjusting that little roll under your head, wiggling around till you get that pillow or bolster in just the right spot. We're going to take a few ocean breaths, and that's just a sigh out the mouth. So inhaling deep into the belly, and then a quiet sigh by parting the lips and letting the air go. Take 2 more of those, and with each sigh, let your body soften into the ground and into the prop. You might close your eyes. And welcome to a few moments of rest. So your choice as to how long you want to stay in Shavasana today. I think the longer the better. So 5 to 10 minutes. Resting in Shavasana. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for getting on your mat. Have a lovely Shavasana. Namaste.